Hey there, it's PJ, your Reading mermaid, and I'm just cleansing the space for a tarot one deck reading. We are just going to ask the tarot, maybe the oracles for a second message. We'll see how the reading feels towards the end. I am going to use the Muse Tarot, which has been sitting under my gorgeous piece of rose quartz. And we will see what they have, messages they have. These cards are only read in the upright as per the wishes of the author. I like to be respectful of the intention of the cards. So let's see what messages they have to say. I'm just going to run them through the sage again because they don't seem to be waking up for me. So let's just split the deck and see if that helps us a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So we've got the Three of Voices, which in a regular deck would be the Three of Swords. So there's a level of overthinking here, or potential heartbreak, maybe a bit of a love triangle. We've got the Queen of Inspiration, which is the Queen of Wands, and we've got the Moon, and the Two of Emotions. So let's see, is there anything else from Spirit that they would like to share? Yeah, okay, I will leave it with that. Let's see what these other cards have for us. Okay, that one wanted to come too. All right, nice and even. So we have the Awakening. We have the Page of Materials and the Seven of Emotions. Okay, so let's get started. So we start off with a little bit of heartbreak or sorrow with the Three of Voices / Swords. You can see here these eyes are quite sad, they're crying, and it's, you know, she's in the, I guess, in a sense, a fetal position, really pouring her heart out. So I'm really sorry that this is happening for you. However, this is sitting in either a recent past energy or in the, like, your current energy. We do have you stepping into your own strength with the Queen of Inspiration, which is also known as the Queen of Wands. So I feel like it's like this reset, refresh energy. You know, she has this beautiful full moon behind her, or perhaps it's the sun, but she's just taking some time and reflecting on her passions. We do have her sort of just with her finger resting on the top of the pyramid there. There is a little cheetah, so they could be significant to you in some way or somehow. But I do feel like it's, you know, she's kind of manifesting, you know, she has a wand from her third eye as well. So it's just about that resetting energy to think about what it is that you really are inspired by or reflecting on to move forward. We do have the moon. The moon goes through phases. The phases can be that, you know, we have to go through the darkness in order to see the light. The moon is always brightest in the darkness. So just a reminder, you know, that, you know, we have to sometimes sit with our emotions. They may not be pleasant to sit with. However, you know, we do need to let those phases pass. You know, we often, when there's a new moon, we can't see the moon, but we know that it's there. So, you know, just sit and reflect on what those things are and let the phases take their course. We do have the Two of Emotions. Sorry, which is the Two of Cups. So we've got that water energy. So it's about doing things and balancing, filling cups. So making sure you're not pouring from an empty cup You know, don't give too much energy where you're not receiving it back. This is in the upright as per the wishes of the author. However, you know, you can see that there's this balanced energy between the two cups, even though there's no cup in the image. So just making sure that whatever cups that you're pouring into are also pouring back into yours. We have the awakening, which is about, you know, really being clear on what it is that you want with the world. So I feel like this is moving into the present energy. You will have that awakening for you. That's card number 20. So the 20 might be significant for you. This is about you channeling and manifesting what it is that you really want, what it is that from the universe is for you. You can see that she's channeling her energy, and she's putting it to the universe, and the universe actually lives within inside her. So, you know, you will have that awakening. You are going to feel a lot more balanced once you start making sure that you're, you know, only filling the cups that are in turn filling yours. We have the page of materials. So the materials would be the coins or the pentacles in this deck. So this is about, you know, a new prosperity coming in with it being a page. So it could be that there's some, and when I talk about prosperity, it's not just financial. It could also mean just that feeling of love or some kind of new abundance coming in for you. It could be a young person that might be coming in and showing you what it is that you need, those lessons that you need. But there is some growth, and I do feel like that's going to happen for you. You're going to have many choices that you're going to have to make when it comes to the 7 of emotions. So again, we're going back to those cups. You've got all the different cups with lots of different options. It's about making the right choices that actually suit you. You know, you know what it is that you want and need, and you're scared to make those choices. But whatever's meant for you is not going to pass you by. So even if you slightly make the wrong decision, those opportunities will represent themselves when they're meant to. There'll be a lesson in it for you. So, you know, don't be afraid to make those decisions. The other one is you already know the answer. So we've got the Hierophant. This is about your own understanding and connecting to spirit. Whatever it is that is a religion or spirituality to you, sit with that and reflect with it. And that is going to guide you to give you what it is that the universe has in store for you. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to manifest what it is. You have those gifts. You are actually quite stronger than you realize. You've just had to go through a rough patch to get to this point. Don't dwell in this. Sit and be with your thoughts. Sit and be with spirit or the universe or whatever it is that you pray to, whatever your understanding of that spirituality is. There's no right or wrong to that. That is entirely up to you on how you want to reflect on those things. But just make sure that you talk to spirit. And they will give you the answers that you need. So I'm sorry that was a little bit of a heavier reading. I do have a bit of a heavy energy sitting on that. I'm going to flip the coin, and then I'm going to get a final message from the Oracle deck here, just to see if there's anything else that Spirit would like to say. Usually I put the coin at the very end. However, as I pick the coin up, Spirit is telling me to check these cards as well. So for those that like the yes or no question, and you're not ready, just hit pause. Otherwise, I'm about to flip the coin now, and we'll see what the answer to your yes or no question is. We've got a yes. So take of that as you will. You can skip that part if it's not for you. That's okay too. We are just going to get that final message from the Oracle cards to see what they have to say. And let's see. They are also a little bit strange this morning. So let's give them a shuffle. Did one flip them? I don't think so. I'll just see if there's one more there was 2. Okay. All right. So the messages that we have from the oracles are cozy up with risk. So take those risks if they are what it is that you are concerned about. So going back to the decisions that we were thinking about, it's time to take a calculated risk here. Don't be afraid to shift the way to new potential. So take risks, and new potential is going to come in for you. So be ready for that shift. Be ready for that energy shift. There is new potential coming to you, but it's entirely up to you whether you want to take it or not. So you're going to take that risk. Are you going to let that new potential come in? That's up to you. We've also got unstick the stuck. So I feel like you might have been stuck in a bit of a stagnant energy. Let's let that go. Let's take that risk and let the new potential in. And that's how you're going to unstick the stuck. Okay, so the numbers on these cards, just in case they mean something to you, is we've got the number 61, we've got the number 29, and we've got the number 46. So if numbers are something that you look for in your day-to-day, there's some key numbers for you. And with that, I'm going to leave it there. But tell me what it is that you're manifesting this week. Tell me what it is that you're grateful for. You know, I really love to hear those things from you. And, you know, if you can do it this week, how about a random act of kindness? If you've done a random act of kindness for someone, I would really love it if you could put that in the comments for me. It always makes me smile when people do something for no reason but just to be kind. And with that, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you soon. Bye.